It's time for another episode of Leadership of the Leaf, now in their third season. More leadership topics to discuss and more cigar knowledge to share with great pairings. Grab a cigar, give it a cut and light, and put some smoke in the air with your host, Dice and Austin.
Welcome to another episode of Leadership of the Leaf. My name's Austin.
Hey, Austin. I'm Dice.
Hey, Dice.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
How are you today? You know what? Just how are you?
Me today? I'm good, my friend. I'm good. You know.
That's good. That's good. What you got smoking?
Lovely day. Huh? Oh.
What are you smoking?
Because we're talking about love.
Oh, love.
Lovely, yeah. Te Amo.
Te Amo.
Te Amo by Altadis. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Altadis.
Close enough.
Okay. So what Hennessy you pairing that with?
Oh. You know what? You can go fuck yourself.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh.
I've switched it up today, sir. I switched it up.
You switched it up?
I switched it up. Oh, look at my glass. Look what color it is. You want to tell the listeners what color it is?
Looks very Hennessy colored. Maybe like an old-fashioned type Hennessy.
Well, I will let you know that it is not Hennessy.
Oh.
It is Grey Goose and apple juice.
Oh.
I'm loving it.
Is your dark... really? Because you made a face, which is why I scoffed, because you made a face at it.
It is delicious. Come on.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when Hennessy drinkers don't drink Hennessy.
It's not horrible. Was it Moments with Michelle, Cigars with M?
Yeah. She
recommended apple cider, apple juice. So I was like, all right, I'll give that a try. But I'm gonna add to it. Yeah, you know, something new, something different.
I do want to point out to the listeners that when I was in Vegas, because I'm back home now, I did get Dice to try Redbreast whiskey.
That's true.
And you thought it was?
Absolutely amazing.
Okay.
Wonderful. How many shots did I have? How many glasses? You remember?
2.
Was it 2?
Was it 2? Hold on. The DJ bought them for you, so I wasn't keeping track.
Hey, shout out to DJ Acer. Appreciate you, buddy. Hey, actually, one of those shots and his, no one paid for. They just gave it to us.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Now I remember why you got 3.
I ain't mad at that. That was a
right.
good night.
All right. Fair enough. So you spoke to Te Amo. You got some apple juice and Grey Goose.
Yeah, apple juice, Grey Goose. So we got me out the way.
Yes, we got Dice.
Now we
important part, I guess.
No. My friend Te Amo. What are we? Yes, Austin. I love you too, buddy. What are you smoking?
So sweet. I am smoking the Te Amo as well.
Oh, see, look at that. So stinking fucking cute.
God, makes me want to puke.
So you smoking the Te Amo also, which is good, and you're pairing that with
Glenfiddich, 12-year.
There's no way. Glenfiddich, 12-year. What is Glenfiddich again?
The Scotch.
And you have a nice ice cube in your Scotch?
I have a beer.
Oh.
The Scotch whiskey.
So, is Scotch whiskey? Is it Scotch or is it whiskey?
It's Scotch whiskey. It's whiskey made in the Scotch process. Does that make sense?
So if I was to go and I had a bucket for Scotch and a bucket for whiskey, which bucket would I put that in?
Whiskey.
Okay. My ignorance is showing big time. We gotta have a show to sort this shit the fuck out. That's the only way I'm gonna learn. That's the only way.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of learning.
Yes.
Speaking of learning,
We should learn.
I see clear ice, right? Everybody wants this clear ice, and there's a process to get this clear ice. So I don't know if
Fucking painstaking process.
anybody else seen this shit on YouTube where they made clear ice with just a fucking cup, like the insulated like coffee cup stuff. You put it in the freezer and they 18 hours or whatever. I can't get the ice out of the fucking cup.
Have you used my pick?
I don't want it. I don't want damage from cup. It's a nice cup. So maybe if I pick up a cheaper one, like from Target or something, maybe. But as of right now, all the cups I have at the house, they're like, I don't want to take an ice pick to what's that one we just got?
The Yeti cup?
I don't want to take an ice pick to a fucking Yeti cup. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's fair.
And also, an ice pick, you'll be damaging the top of the clear ice that you just made.
Right. Now, the whole thing about the ice, like how much? Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. I got questions.
Let's see, Austin. Do you have a question, sir?
How much clear ice did you make?
I did one cup.
Because the intelligent thing would be, right?
Yeah.
To make more than you need, damage the outside of whatever, and then like shave it down to fit into whatever glass or cup or whatever you're using.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The first time I did it, I didn't fill the cup up like a lot, and then I was able to get the ice out, but I only had a very little bit of the clear ice, and I was showing the kid, and she was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I kind of hacked off the not clear ice part, and then I actually had the clear ice. It worked out. I was like, "This is cool." So the next time I tried, I was like, "Let me fill it up more so I can actually have fucking ice to work with." Couldn't get out the cup, so it's either I have a little bit of the clear ice or I don't get it out the fucking cup clear ice. But it worked, but it didn't work. But on the YouTube video, it works like a champ.
Well,
fucking
yeah,
YouTube.
They have all the time in the world to make it shoot right. Just like we have all the time in the world to edit these episodes, make us sound better.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Hey. Yeah. All right. Back on the rails with the show here.
Fucking guy.
What's so special about the Te Amo?
The Te Amo. The Te Amo is a re-release of an old cigar. So, the Te Amo used to be one of the most famous cigar brands in the industry. It's a Mexican. I don't want to say Mexican puro because it's a Habano seed grown in the San Andreas Valley of Mexico. But it's still a Habano seed, so I don't want to call it a puro, but it kind of is. Does that make sense?
It's not like the Casa 1910.
Right, yeah. So this is Habano seed that's grown in San Andreas Valley, which is in Mexico. And all the tobacco is grown in the San Andreas Valley. So it kind of is a puro, but it's kind of not. Like it could be like if I had a bucket for Mexican cigars and I had a bucket for all the others, which one would I put this in?
Man, that's a spot on analogy there, my friend.
I'm just saying.
I guess it would go in the San Andreas bucket because I wouldn't call it a Mexican.
Because it's a Habano seed.
But everything came from San Andreas, so San Andreas Valley Puro.
Yeah. Sure. Let's go with that.
All right.
That's their tagline, right? The original San Andreas Valley cigar?
Yes.
That's the tagline. So Te Amo, Spanish for I love you.
Yes.
The classic boxes were adorned with a matador. And so 20 years ago, that sport was huge, right? The cigar was huge, the sport was huge. Everybody was loving it, and then Mexican tobacco fell on kind of hard times. People didn't want to smoke it as much. They thought it was shitty tobacco.
Right. Wait, but this is this is perfect because it kind of segues into exactly what our cigar topic is about. Because our cigar topic is about really everything to deal with Te Amo and our experience at TVE talking to the Te Amo rep.
Yeah.
So, just a quick bottom line upfront scenario. The rep just kind of gave us cigars and did not want to really talk about the make and the binders and the wrapper of the actual cigar.
Yeah, we did not get anything out of that, dude.
We pretty much had to force whatever he gave us, and what he gave us, he, in my opinion, he tried to make us feel inferior or dumb.
Stupid.
Yeah. San Andreas is the valley is grown in. Yeah. Thank you for that. Also known as Mexican wrapper, Mexican tobacco.
Yeah, Mexican San Andreas tobacco. Got it.
Correct.
What else has been there? Wow.
So, being that this is great to review. I want to also legitimize. Is that a word? Legitimize.
Sure.
Legitimize what cigar, what leadership of the leaf is about.
Yeah.
When we go to these things, our badge says press. We're media. I prefer to be educated. Don't throw cigars at me and tell me to go away.
Yeah. Oh, I think more than one company did that. We were trying to hey, what do you guys got coming out? What do you guys got in the work? Hey, I really like this cigar. Could you tell me a little bit more about it? What's the story behind this cigar? Why did you blend this? Educate me about your company so I can do some sort of expose. I don't want to say expose, but I can focus on your company and I can speak intelligently about your company and what they're doing, what their mission is, why you guys are doing what you are doing. Don't just throw cigars at me and tell me basically go the fuck away.
Yeah, I can buy my own cigars, buddy. I mean, I'm not balling out of control here, but I can purchase my cigars. Now,
right.
If you have something new coming out like a Te Amo and you want to talk about Te Amo, then hey, hook me up with a sample. Let's talk about it. So when I actually go on air, like we are right now, I can talk intelligent about it instead of saying, well, it's a Mexican Puro. When it's not.
No, but it's not.
When it's not. Even though your signage kind of indicates it. It is.
Well, Trinidad did the same thing.
Yeah.
It was the spirit of Mexico. Oh, is this Mexican Puro? No. Why would we do a Mexican Puro? But your sign says spirit of Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not Mexican Puro.
Oh, it's just...
Okay. Can you tell me anything else about it? Is it long filler, short filler? Is it medium body, full body? What is it?
You want a beer?
Yes, I would love a beer.
You want
taking one of your cigars too and smoking it while I walk away grumbling. Anyway. That face. So anyway,
delicious.
Te Amo used to have the Matador, right? Back 20 years ago. When everyone was like, cigar. Mexican tobacco, it's a bargain, it's strength, it has great strength, it's a bargain, it's cheap, it's blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's great. Now, 20 years later, Matador is not as widely accepted as it once was. Probably because you're sticking shit into the side of a living animal.
Is that frowned upon?
A little bit.
Okay.
So they re-banded the cigar with this nice. It actually is a pretty band.
I was going to say that. Yeah, it is.
It is a gorgeous band. It has the gold, and the white, and the green. It's really pretty.
Oh, I just noticed it says something on the band. But the original San Andreas Valley cigar. Oh, I see. They said San Andreas Valley cigar.
Right.
Oh, okay. So not just San Andreas, because a lot of times when you talk about the actual tobacco, you're just saying San Andreas. So this is saying San Andreas Valley, so they can actually go off the name San Andreas, because San Andreas is kind of still a buzzword in the cigar industry.
Right. But remember, it's not the consumer's place to know what the fuck is in their cigar. It's their place to fucking smoke it and enjoy it.
And unquote.
End quote. That's what we got from the Altadis rep that was handing us Te Amo.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just stupid cigar smokers and not supposed to know anything.
Facts. The size Toro, did you know that it came from Te Amo?
I did not. I did not, sir.
It was the first brand to use Toro. Their logo was a bull.
Oh,
right?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Which is where the name Toro came from. So it was a blue-collar cigar, excellent price, very, very good. Right? Yeah. So Te Amo has had an impact on this industry. Huge impact. Everybody knows the size Toro.
Correct.
Everybody. It's Toro. Yeah, I blended Toro. Came from this brand of cigar.
And the more you know.
Well,
I like that. I like that it has a strong history behind it to solidify an actual size in the cigar industry. And yet, the rep, who easily could have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could easily went over the history. He would have fucking blew our minds because we were asking these questions about that. Like, what's up with this brand? That's a cool band. What's going on with that? What is this? Here's some cigar, kids. Go away. You bother me.
Yeah. Yep. They did try to revitalize this cigar about a decade ago. Now, this is probably slightly before the time that I got into the cigar game. But it was the Te Amo Revolution.
I don't recall it. But my cigar knowledge, I really didn't start picking up until, about 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's slightly before my time. It scored well in the top 25 at Cigar Aficionado, but they went back to the drawing board. They said they weren't thrilled with it, so they went back to the drawing board. This cigar that we're smoking is 3 years in the making.
All right.
They said it comes in 3 different sizes. The Toro, the Magnum, 6x60, Toro, 6x52, and the Robusto, 5x54.
Magnum.
Magnum.
That has to go by another name elsewhere. Not Churchill, right?
A 6x60?
Yeah.
No.
Gordo?
Yeah.
Goro Toro?
Yeah, something like that. So, anywho, that's about all I know of the Te Amo Cigar Company. Well, cigar brand, I should say.
Brand, yeah.
It's owned by Altadis, the cigar.
Yeah, and Altadis kind of treats us right, but I don't even know that rep's name. I wish I had his name. Then I could write Mr. Altadis and be like, hey, your rep sucks.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a couple. So TPE, while it was a great time, I think we both had a blast. There's a lot of cigar brands that did not give us the time of day.
Right. And that's one point why I was trying to make. We are in the cigar game. We may not have a million fucking listeners, but I mean, we're still a consumer, regardless of what we're doing. Even if we weren't on a podcast, we still would be a consumer. So why would you not want to share your word with the consumer? Because word of mouth. Look at Tesla. Tesla is like a gangbuster here. They don't have one commercial on that. All there is word of mouth consumerism, so to speak.
And press writing about them and talking about them.
Correct. And judging everything like Car and Driver magazine or Driver. Yeah, it is Car and Driver. Stuff like Popular Mechanics even have Tesla stuff in it, right?
Right.
So, being that we were there with a media badge, press badge, it literally said press on our badge. Why would you not want to educate someone like that? Because that's all they're going to do. I understand we're not a buyer, but we're going to educate people that are listening to the podcast, which I'm pretty confident we have educated quite a few people, and I'm very confident that people that went out and purchased a cigar on the talks of what we were doing to see or to figure out what flavor notes they get compared to ours. It's just it's an avenue that can't hurt.
Yeah. Well, even if it's I haven't heard of that brand. These guys said it seemed to enjoy it. They said it was 5-pack worthy or whatever. I wonder if I agree with them. We go out and buy one or two.
There we go. We'll buy 2. because I listened to the podcast and they said you should always buy two.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just yeah. There's a couple other brands, but yeah, it was a good time for some brands where you had a great chat with a lot of cool people. I would dare say we made friends with more cigar companies than we didn't make friends with.
I agree. Well, the point of calling Te Amo out is not to badmouth them.
No.
But to point out that we're actually here to do work. This is work.
Yeah.
I enjoy the cigar, but it's still work.
Right. Speaking of work, are you in your first third?
I'm close enough to it. Yeah. I see it. It's coming. The thought process and another puff.
Like burnt cedar.
I was gonna say like a leathery cedar.
Yeah, leathery cedar. I don't know. It doesn't sit right on my palate for some reason.
Maybe you need something a little sweet that tastes behind it. I don't know. Maybe like apple juice?
I just want you to look closely in the mirror every time you take a sip of that drink.
Mm-mm.
So you can see the face that you're making.
I'm just covering my face.
Drink that shit.
It's fucking delicious. I'm not talking shit at all about this drink.
Are you sitting inside right now?
Am I doing what?
I'm asking if you're sitting inside.
I am sitting inside. Why?
Oh, good. The lightning strike can't get you. Fucking lion strike of shit.
What are you talking about? This drink is excellent. Grey Gooses are wonderful. Vodka.
Fucking Hennessy trying to do anything else.
My drink is mad at me. Yeah, definitely. What would you say your ash? My burn line. My burn line is actually bad. It's very profound. It's not razor sharp.
It's not razor sharp. My ash has not been a bad color. It's a little bit more gray than I thought it would be. But it's not terrible. But the burn lines are...
My burn line is not what I'm used to. Yeah, and that's probably the way I lit it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of when I lit, only lit like the middle, so the outsides was still kind of. So I touched up right before the show. That's my fault. I'm not gonna count that against this cigar. But the ash is not too bad. The smoke output, I think that smoke output is great. I mean, it's not a fucking chimney. Not chimney.
Chimney.
Just make sure in case the wife is listening, I say chimney correctly.
Yeah, you say correct.
Let me axe you something.
Oh, you gonna throw an axe with a question on it or something? What the fuck is that?
You keep fucking around with me, you're gonna have to call an ambulance. Ambulance.
South Carolina.
With an F, bro.
All right, we're completely off the rails again.
Well, I mean, it's Te Amo. Come on, it's love.
Yeah. No, so far I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I know which way I'm leaning right now, but I think the stick has a chance it could come back. But I know where I'm kind of leaning. If I was to grade this like right now, I know where I would lean.
I know exactly where I would lean, but I don't want to do it, but it's always already in my mind about this cigar because of the experience that we had with the rep. It already puts like a negative connotation in my mouth, and I'm really fighting against that because there's no bad cigars, there's only better ones. I'm really fighting against that. But because I know our experience with this whole thing about the cigar is, I don't want it to sway my decision.
Yeah.
So I guess that we'll find out near the end, because we are going to smoke the whole thing. I'm not going to stop.
100%.
So,
yeah, you know, it's funny you say that us going to TPE is work, because my wife, you know, she's like, oh, how's walking around just smoking cigars? Oh, you had fun, huh? I'm like, but it was nothing but work. I said I was talking with people, selling ourselves, selling the podcast, trying to find, like, get information, drinking from a fire hose worth of information. So we had to keep everything straight too.
yeah.
So we had to sit there and take notes on our phones and try to sit there and be like, okay, this cigar is this, and this cigar is that, and blah, blah, blah. And, okay, and then we had to go back and we'd have to review them, you know, actually taste test some of them as we're walking around. We taste tested a couple of them. We were taking notes of these while we're taste testing them, while we're learning about different cigars.
Yeah, well, what about like when the lady walked by us when we were sitting there just trying to relax, because we've been walking the whole time? She was like, Miss Billy Gibbons is coming. You gotta go. You're pressed. Yeah. You're pressed. You're
Billy Gibbons is coming.
You gotta go over there. Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
All right, we'll go see Billy Gibbons. I gotta go see Billy Gibbons. Which we did.
Yes. Hey, we have cigars made of corn husk. You have to try these. You have to take these. No, we're good. No, take these.
Yeah. Here's my bag. Come sit in our booth.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, we'll be there in a minute. But I mean, we're poking fun at them, but that's what you kind of want.
That's what they're supposed to do, right? And that's what we're there to do, is to learn about new things. Like, did you see? Okay, so I didn't know this was a thing, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't see it at TPE. Maybe it'll be at PCA. Did you know there's such a thing as an E-cigar?
I did see that at TPE.
I did not.
I would have pointed out to you. I did see it. And I was like, to me, it just puts in the frame of mind of just a fancy vape pen.
Facts, but I still would have liked to try it.
Oh. All right. Well,
why not? Why not?
Well, next time I see it, maybe we'll have a e-cigar like smoke session. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
I mean, we also got to learn that Hustler makes their own line of cigars.
Fucking Hustler makes a cigar. That guy, that was another guy that was like, hey, go away.
I felt he was talking down to us because he didn't know how much we knew. I felt like.
I don't know. I told him that they should have their own separate booth just for the cigars and not combine everything. And with that, because when we was there, we didn't even know Hustler made a cigar.
But yeah. Yeah, they were giving out what was it, energy drink samples, condom samples,
some kind of vape shit.
Then they gave us some Hustler cigar samples, which was cool. I'm interested to try it. And then there some other people were smoking like hookah actually in the booth.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you got? What is it that you don't do?
Yeah. But the cigars was like hidden
behind everything.
Oh, they're up there, Austin. Look. But again, once he actually did explain quite a little bit. I mean, he didn't go in detail, but he at least talked about it, and he explained about Hugh Hefner and stuff like that. But I don't know. I didn't like the way he was talking to us either.
I just didn't like everybody talking to us a certain way unless they were just super friendly and gushing over us.
What's wrong with that? We're amazing.
I don't disagree with you. However, not everybody feels the same.
That they need to feel the same. They should figure that out real fucking quick. When we talk to them, they'll be like, I can tell these guys are amazing. They're awesome.
Like Pedro?
Pedro is awesome. He's a great guy.
He is phenomenal, dude.
I would never forget showing up with no cigars at the stupid fucking party, because I'm so used to them having cigars everywhere, and him hooking us up with cigars. He literally saved us, 100%. I can't. He saved us.
Saved our night.
Anyway, cigar portion. We're legit. Pay attention. We're not here for free cigars. Pay attention. We're talking about cigars and educating others on cigars. So, pay attention.
You think they should pay attention? But
What?
Just go like slosh that drink out.
No, it's wonderful. It's pairing well with my Te Amo.
Is it?
See, this is why I can't drink. You're going to clown me the whole time I'm drinking something new?
No.
No.
Fun in the face that you're making while you're drinking something new.
I'm going to go to a commercial.
All right.
We didn't even say what our leadership topic was, so you good over there? You good?
Yeah, I got some white pepper.
White pepper. Oh, so hold that thought. We'll go over that second, third.
Sounds
After
good.
the break. All right, let's go to a break. I'm curious to what cigars my favorite podcast will be smoking for the next episode.
Well, if you're that curious, just go to Leadership of the Leaf's Instagram page, at Leadership of the Leaf, all one word. They post pictures of which cigar they're smoking before the next episode.
That's great. Not only will I know what cigar they're smoking, I can see a picture of it to ensure I get the exact same one.
Yeah, I usually leave a comment to let them know if I agree with their thoughts about a cigar or not.
Next time, I'm going to leave a comment on their Instagram page. It'd be like I'm part of their podcast or something.
Hello, this is Kathy, better known name as Kat from A Case Expert Painting, and you are listening to the Leadership of Leaf hosted by Dice and Austin.
Hey, welcome back. We just had a short break talking about the legitimacy, right? Of our cigar portion of Leadership of the Leaf. Now, we're going to talk about our second, third, and we're going to go into our leadership segment, which is
Taking a step back.
Love it.
Love it.
All right. So, what are you getting for your second, third? Let me puff some more.
Why don't you puff some more? Because white pepper mixed with the leather and cedar.
All right. Well, I'm definitely getting more leather than cedar, but I haven't got white pepper yet. That doesn't mean I'm not going to get it. When I do get it, I promise to let everyone know. But until then, I don't have it.
Good for you. White pepper.
Maybe the sweetness of this drink is going to kill it. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Why do you say it like that?
No reason, sir. No reason.
All right, good.
All right.
I'm glad there's no reason.
So, taking a step back, guys. Why in the hell would a leader need to take a step back? They should always be hard charging, frontwards facing, leading from the front, never taking a step back, never taking a day off. Look at me, I'm a leader.
Oh man, there's some taking a step back is getting a bigger picture of what actually is going on. There's an actual story behind the reason why this topic was brought up, and I'll go over that real quick before we actually dive into it. So I was talking to, it was not a GM, what's higher than a GM, whatever. I was talking to a very high up on the food chain guy for a restaurant, right? They just opened a new restaurant and they didn't think that they will have that many customers. So the high up, let's call him a vice president, whatever the fuck, right? He's on the grill cooking, like flipping pancakes and all kinds of shit, right? And he said his boss came and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He was like, "I'm cooking. We got to open
Helping out
people. Yeah, I'm doing." And it's like, take a step back. So he was like, well, I'm in the weeds here, but okay, I'll take a step back. And when he took a step back, he said it opened up a whole new world for him. He saw what was wrong on the left. He saw what was wrong on the right. He had a better understanding to, like, why is he the one cooking? He's not hired to be a cook. Why is he cooking? What is the bigger picture here? What is actually going on? So after he said that, I was like, taking a step back. Sometimes, especially a hard charge leader as us, I guess you would say, sometimes we get in the thick of it and it's like we're just trying to make things happen and we're in there without taking a step back and realizing that we're not doing our team any justice. And two, there's mistakes being made, but we don't notice because we're too in the thick
in the weeds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
Yes.
I guess that's a good reason. So leaders have to remember that by stepping back, or stepping in, they're robbing their employees of a learning opportunity. Instead of empowering them, they disempower and demotivate that team.
Right, because it gets to a point where it's like, why the fuck am I here? He's just going to do it any goddamn way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times I've had it where I sat there and I'm trying to teach somebody and they're like, well, you just fucking do it since you're so smart. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to do it for you. I'm trying to teach you how to fucking do this because I'm not always going to be around the entire fucking time. And I'm trying to teach you the right goddamn way to do this. Now shut the fuck up, swallow your damn pride, and learn from me.
I'm trying to teach you, goddammit. So there's some benefits to stepping back, as we're alluding. There's two main ones that we want to pinpoint here. So to gain objectivity and to gain insight. And objectivity is to remove potential biases or blind spots, like asking for help. Like the vice president cooking on the grill. Like, why is the vice president cooking? Let me ask for help. Let's hire an extra cook. Let's hire 2 more cooks. Yeah. I'm not supposed to be cooking, but let me take a step back and figure out what's going on.
Why do I feel the need to step in?
Right.
This is how you avoid micromanaging people. I don't know if you're getting that, but we're teaching you how to avoid micromanagement. Gaining insight. You're trying to gain that insight into a deeper understanding of the problem that you're facing, right? So if you're in there cooking, right, he says to open up a whole new world for him. So if I'm cooking, I'm focused on what's in front of me and what I got going on. Maybe I got the person to my left and the person to my right. Maybe I'm looking at what they got going on and making sure our whole system is flowing, right? Cool. That's one part of the cog of the machine that is a restaurant.
Right.
Right. I got cooks that start prepping the meat, cooks that are plating the food, cooking the sides. All right, cool. Those guys are meshing well, and the VPs and they're just cooking sides left and right. Man, I'm grilling this asparagus up like a son of a bitch. Cool, man. Did you know that while you were grilling that asparagus up, that your servers out there comped 3 meals because they delivered them to the wrong table?
The credit card machine is broken?
Yeah. Oh, I did not know that.
Wow. Huh.
Weird.
Well, I'm back here in the kitchen. How am I supposed to know?
Exactly our point.
Take a step back.
Leaders who step back gain that objectivity. They can create a game plan, right? They can sit there and look at the entirety of the operation and go, I see where our failings are here, 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 here. Here's my game plan to fix A, B, C, and D. Boom. Got a game plan. Now let's go implement.
Right. Well, that kind of falls in line with the one thing that I kind of say, that we kind of say, or whatever. What's plan A? What's plan B?
Make plan A happen.
Make plan A happen. So if your plan B is him grilling, that's not plan A. So take a step back and let's get plan A to work.
Right. Yeah.
Of course, you're going to bring your experiences and everything to the table when it comes to stuff like that. So maybe your experiences, you normally have 3 cooks on a rotation anyway, and for some reason you only have 2 this time. And without taking a step back, you don't realize that you're actually the 3rd cook when you should have 3 to begin with. So taking a step back, you'd be like, there's a hole right here where I was just at. Why am I? So yeah, your plan A is you need 3 cooks.
Yeah, you got to ask specific questions, right? I always like asking those specific questions. So sometimes as leaders, if you're not focused on the right things, you're going to miss the things that are not right, that are right in front of your face.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like the example we was using earlier, the credit card machine is down. I mean, it's probably not like right there in his face because he's at the grill in the kitchen or whatever, but I mean, it's right there. All he has to do is turn around.
It should be right in front of his face. If he's the VP or the manager or whatever, it should be. He should be going and checking, hey, cooks, how you doing? You good? Actually, we could use another cook back here, boss. Another cook. Okay, why? Is it because the floor is full and it's a Friday night or Saturday night or something and we're slammed? Well, yeah, normally we get by with 2 cooks, but on these we need 3. I'll start scheduling a 3rd cook for Fridays and Saturdays. All right, we can work with that. Hey, servers, how are you guys doing? Everything okay? Well, actually, the soda machine, the syrup's out for 3 things, and I can't get a break to do this. Oh, well, I wonder, could you change out the syrups and then you cover that person's tables for the 30 minutes it takes to change out some syrup? Oh, sure thing. Oh, hey, look at that. I solved it. All right. Walk away. Hey, front desk, how are you guys doing? Should be right in front of the face, right? You should always be going around in circles. Make sure everybody's good. Make sure there's no problems. Make sure everyone's good. Manager's got to go check on the customers. Hey, customers, how are you doing? How's your food? Is it cooked to your liking? Did you get the right stuff? Did your server try to sell you dessert? Do you not want to try the dessert? Like, stuff like that.
I know sometimes leaders or managers, whatever you want to insert in that, they get focused on the wrong things. Why are you focused on how the napkin was folded when there's a fire in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta block out some of the noise, because some things is just noise. You don't need to focus on which side the fork and the plate and all that goes on. That's just noise, right? That's not a deal breaker, a game changer. Somebody's not going to walk out of your restaurant because you fucking had a salad fork on the wrong spot. If you do, fuck it, whatever. That's one person. But the general public is not going to give a fuck about how the napkin is folded over that plate.
Yeah, not unless you're like a 3-star Michelin restaurant.
Well, that's a whole different ballgame, right? So if you are a 3-star, you're going to have these things in place for that to happen.
Right.
If not,
to even get there.
then of course you're going to take a step back and be like, why is this fucked up? So the main thing is you want to name some of the noises that you see when you step back. Like, that's not important. That's not important. Might need to look in on the freezer temperature is too high.
Yeah.
That's a little more
spoiling.
important. Yeah, that's a little more important than, I don't know, the ice machine is full of ice. Well, that's not important, right? It's supposed to be full of ice.
Hey, it's overflowing. All right, cool.
Okay, that's why the floor is the way it is, the mats and the drainage. It's okay.
Got it.
All our food spoiling, that's a bigger prize.
Yeah. Or hey, why do I have raw meat stored right over top of the vegetables and it's dripping down on top of the vegetables?
Yes.
That's a health hazard. We're gonna get written up by the health department and shut the fuck down.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have caught that if I wasn't cooking asparagus on the fucking grill.
Right. So taking that step back, you can ask yourself, like, is this noise or is this necessary?
Yeah. I mean, there's. We have established on this podcast that we love Bar Rescue, right?
Oh, yes. One of my faves.
Okay. So I was watching Bar Rescue actually tonight. And they were rescuing a bar that was owned by 2 cancer research scientists who are very book smart. Common sense.
I was going to say they're very smart people, yeah.
right? They're in the back arguing about whether or not they should go down to a local community college to see if some artists want to bring in their sculptures for a sculpture night, and if that would bring patrons into the bar. Meanwhile, their beer tap system is broken because of a busted freezer.
That's a perfect example of noise and that's necessary.
I'm just saying, if I'm a bar and my beer tap freezer is busted, that's priority numero uno. I can't sell beer.
That's a bar.
You're a bar. So then, right? Mr. Taffer had to come in and ask him why they are where they are. Hey, explore where you are, right? Hey,
right.
Did you know this beer tap is busted? Did you know you don't have the things to make a Manhattan or an old fashioned or lime for a fucking Cuba Libre? Oh, I did not know that. Maybe you should explore where you are by walking around and asking, cooks, you good? Servers, you good? Bartenders, you good? Hey, front of the house, you good? Checkout, you good? By exploring where you are, you find little things that are the problem. Once you found those things, you can prioritize them in lists. Noise, necessary, noise, necessary. Boom, I got a list. Put the necessaries up top. Let's go after them. Now, eventually, I'm not saying don't go after the noise, right?
Right.
I'm not saying don't go after the noise at all. But you got to take care of the necessary stuff first. My beer cooler's got to be fixed. My walk-in freezer's got to be chilling to the right thing. Then I can focus on, hey, why does this napkin roll not have a spoon, a fork, and a knife? Why does it only have a spoon and a fork in it? This shit's wrong. Fix it. Boom. I can fix that. Right? Until everything else is fixed, I don't care too much about the napkin roll.
Well, that's due to a fact, not a fact, I can't say fact. That's due to, I know a lot of the leaders and stuff out there, when they get their visions in their head, sometimes they dream really big. You know, I want to open this bar and franchise everything. Like, whoa, you got to have proof of concept before you start franchising, homie. Merchandising. Yeah. But they dream real big. And there's nothing wrong with dreaming big, but sometimes you got to take a step back into reality to make sure you have a clear understanding of what's actually going on. You got to seek that broader understanding of everything that's going on around you. And if you're head nose down on the grill cooking asparagus, you're going to miss that broader understanding.
Yeah. Maybe you got customers out there that if you talk to them, they said, hey man, I really like this, and this. I wish you guys offered X. Oh, shit. I didn't think about what we could offer. You know what? We could offer that. It would only take a minor tweak, but we could offer. Oh, shit, we could offer that. And you think that would draw more people? All right. Well, let me work on that. Boom. Now I have a broader understanding of my business. Now I understand what the customer clientele wants. Now I understand what the base wants. Got it. I understand more about my business just by exploring where I am, asking some questions, and figuring out what's noise and what's necessary.
That is all about stepping back for the sake of objectivity. Now, what if you were stepping back just for insight, which is insight is kind of like asking for help, is when challenge leaders look inside. We notice them reflecting on the following points, such as relational responsibility. Not rational, relational responsibility. Oh, hey, I mean,
who typed this shit up?
Don't worry about who typed it up. Just worry about. Hold on.
That means Dice typed it up. I'm just saying.
That means Dice can't read.
Yeah. So now you take a step back to look inside, right? So you focus on the outside. You focus on the business. Now you need to look inside. Hey, am I working on building my team? Am I working on training my replacement? I don't want to do this job forever. I want somebody else to do the job. So then I can take a step further back and maybe become a GM rather than just a shift manager. Now I'm the general manager. But before I can do that, I gotta train my responsibilities. And then you take a step back. You look inward. What am I doing to help my team succeed in these tough times? If all I'm doing is sitting there flipping burgers and cooking on the line, I ain't helping them.
Yeah, maybe you take a look at your 3 cooks and like, you know what? If we make Johnny the head cook, then maybe that can resolve some of the smaller issues that they keep asking me about. When Johnny knows where the cheese is for the cheeseburgers. Why they keep asking me? Oh, because I'm the general manager. I know all and be all, right? But I took a step back and I noticed, you know what? He's got a little chutzpah about him. You know what? Let's make him the head cook, and then they can ask these noise type questions to Johnny. And if Johnny can't answer them, then Johnny can come to me instead of all 3 of them coming to me at once. So that's you're building that team, as you were saying. And also it kind of ensures personal accountability, because if you give Johnny the head leader status and then they ask Johnny the questions and Johnny really doesn't know anything yet, then he should be held accountable for the stuff that he should know. Like, Johnny, you're the head chef now. You're the head cook. You should know where the fucking cheese is. Why are they asking me? I'm gonna hold you accountable for this.
Hey, you should know what the health regulations are. You should know that we don't store the raw meat above the raw vegetables because that's a health hazard. You know that we're going to get written out by the health department if they come in here and inspect. Hey, you know that grill has to be clean. Hey, you know that the fucking cutting surface has to be scraped every night to get all this fucking bacteria and shit off of there. You know this kitchen has to be cleaned at the end of every night because I ain't getting a grease trap in here.
And the key to that is the personal accountability aspect of it. If you don't take a step back to hold someone accountable for that because you are headstrong on the grill yourself, how can you lead?
And then my question is, if you're headstrong on the grill, like the example we've been using the whole time, right? If you're headstrong on the grill, because see, one of my first jobs was a server. How are you making sure the front of the house is clean? How do you make sure that is presented good for the customers that are coming in? What if it looks like absolute shit because people aren't busting their tables? And so, as soon as people walk in and it's 3 tables and 6 of them are dirty, that paints a bad picture of your restaurant.
I mean, personally, I've done that myself. Like, interesting.
Yeah. Walk in, then there's 3 people eating out of a 60-table restaurant, and there's 3 people eating, and 10 tables are dirty. You're like, do I want to eat here? I don't know how clean this shit is. If this is what the front of the house looks like, what's the back of the house look like? Back of the house could be pristine. I don't know.
I only can go off the perception of what I see up front.
Yeah. So, if you take a step back and you get into personal accountability, hey, am I teaching my people enough? Am I doing this stuff, the relational responsibility? Am I doing enough, right? Am I personally accountable to my team? Am I personally accountable to myself? You're going to realize everybody just wants to be liked. Don't give me the bullshit of I'm a lone wolf. I don't give a shit. Well, fuck you. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I got some white pepper.
Did you get some white pepper?
I got some white pepper.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
It's on the lips. But we all want to be like, I don't know how many times I've ever met somebody who's like, I'm a lone wolf. And you befriend that person. That person is your best friend for life. You're like, I thought you was a lone wolf, motherfucker. I am. Oh, yeah? Then why the fuck are you and me so close? You're a lone wolf like me. The fuck I am.
I ate your guts.
Yeah. So I was like, you got to provide that, what's going to be communicated to your team, that they're liked, supported, talented, and believed in.
Well, another aspect of stepping back is seeing your team synergy. Like, you know what? Everyone seems to kind of gravitate towards this Austin guy. He's kind of well liked by some of everyone. You know what? I'm gonna make him my AGM. I'm gonna put him up because they follow him. They listen to him. He's liked. He's well liked by all.
Right, and he actually is intelligent. Don't do it just because that person's liked by all. They actually got to be intelligent about their fucking job. I put up Susie because she's well liked by everybody. Yeah, she's also been fucked by everybody in the restaurant too. But that doesn't mean she knows what the fuck's going on.
Wow.
I've seen it happen, so I'm throwing a word of caution out there.
There's a movement that happened a while back, sir.
What's that?
So being well liked
yes.
is more than just fucking everyone. I mean, you're right. You need to have the knowledge as well. But I mean, you're taking a step back. So you wouldn't have hired, I would hope, someone's not hired if they don't know what the fuck they got going on. Hopefully that you let that person go.
One would hope, right?
Yes, one would hope.
One would hope.
But taking a step back, I bet you'll see that person don't know shit.
Yeah. Take that step back away from your feelings. Hey, I really like this person, man. They're always right where the action is. Yeah, they're always right where the action is when you're around, as the GM or as the leader or whatever.
I've seen that too.
But when you're not there, if you just happen to like peek around the corner after you walk away, man, they're gone 20 feet down the floor. You're like, bitch, I just told you to do something. Why the fuck ain't you doing it?
Well, that's where you have to seek your interpersonal understanding of the roles of everyone that's involved. If their role is to be a janitor and they're like folding napkins, and then you got to figure out, wait, there's some janitor shit that needs to be done, but you're over here folding napkins. Like, you got to figure that type stuff out. That's the interpersonal relationship, the interpersonal understanding of what the task that each individual role is supposed to be accomplishing. And if they're not accomplishing their own task, but yet somewhere else, and they're only seeking to do things to be liked by others, then that's going to be a problem. And sometimes you have to take a step back just to see these type issues, because of course everybody's going to love this guy because he does their job for them.
Yeah,
but he's not doing his own motherfucking job.
Stepping back is probably one of the most difficult things in leadership. Everyone has that tendency. If you want to do something right, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Everyone's heard that, so everyone kind of internalizes that. So when they become a leader, they're like, "Well, I got to do it all myself if I want it done right." No, the fuck you don't. You have to trust the people that you hired, or even if you didn't hire them, you have to trust the people that have been hired, know what the fuck they're doing, and can get that shit done for you.
Well, I know for me, for us, for you, for whoever, to actually like start leading from like the ground up, developing that confidence, honing on your skills, actually motivating other employees and your teammates, and then just stepping back when it's appropriate will breed that whole excellence of the job itself throughout the whole entire task at hand, throughout the whole mission, the whole whatever you're doing. Taking a step back after you assess the whole situation and bringing it all together is just going to, stepping back is going to work wonders. Especially if you're constantly in the weeds of everything, you need to take a step back and like realize what the fuck is actually going on.
Yeah, and it's hard, right? It's hard.
Yeah,
because everybody wants to be up front. Everyone wants to do everything, but astute leaders know that what makes them true leaders isn't what they do, it's what they make possible.
Facts.
And if you can make everybody a success and you make that possible, then you're going to be a great leader. Doesn't matter if you didn't do shit all night except for talk to people and answer questions and solve the problem. The fact that you were there and made everything run smoothly and made everybody elevate their game, that's what makes you a good leader.
Yeah, it's like a trickle-down effect, right? I mean, creating a culture of empowerment, engagement, success, and just overall positive communication.
Yeah.
It's a trickle-down effect of empowerment for the whole team.
Very true.
And you're going to shine that much more. Final third?
Yeah, I can do final third. So I get leather, and I get a little bit of earthiness and white pepper on the back end.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a strong sense of that white pepper now. Maybe we're at like slightly different levels, but that white pepper is definitely there. I still can get the hint of leather on like the back of my palate here. And I still can get cedar. I still feel cedar in there. That's so delicious.
Yeah. All right. So, time has come then. Single, 5-pack, or box worthy?
It's time to answer the question. Is the cigar box worthy, 5-pack, or just 1 or 2?
All right. So taking the bad taste out of my mouth from the whole experience of getting the cigar to begin with, I'm gonna set that aside.
Yep.
I will never forget it, but I'm gonna set it to the side because it's all about the cigar, the rolled tobacco that I'm enjoying right now. It's not box worthy, by all means, not close to box worthy. 5-pack. I know people want to think I'm doing it because I'm biased, but I'm gonna go 1 or 2.
Honestly,
Yeah.
So I agree with you. It's definitely not box worthy. I'm not a huge fan of the flavors of this cigar. There's too much white pepper in the second to final third. It became almost a white pepper bomb to me. I honestly think, and you know, I don't even give a shit how I got the cigar, right? I don't care. Like I'm whatever. But I don't want to say I'm not enjoying the cigar, but I'm not enjoying the flavors of this cigar.
I think they should have put the white pepper on the first third.
Yeah, white pepper can be good, but this is almost too much. Like, my lips are tingling because of the white pepper.
Well, my lips aren't really tingling from the white pepper. It's actually hitting the top of my palate, kind of like where the nose and mouth connect, whatever. I don't know if it's not hitting my lips because I'm actually got something sweet that's actually hitting my lips, because the apple juice is slightly sweet, even though it is mixed with the vodka. So maybe that's why it's not hitting my lips the same as yours, but I can definitely it's back there.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I don't like it when it's there.
Yeah. Again, a hint of white pepper, I'm all down for it. There's plenty of cigars that do white pepper and they do it well. This one is just too much. The notes of the cedar, like the leather and the cedar, something about it. Even before the white pepper was introduced, I was kind of making faces, and you're laughing at me.
I always laugh at you.
Yeah. But it didn't taste good. I don't know how else to put it. It just didn't taste good.
It was not pleasing to your palate.
Fact.
Okay. Well, I don't want to say it didn't taste good because people are going to be like, you're trashing this cigar. I'm not trashing this cigar. It just wasn't for me. It's not for my palate.
Right. Yeah.
Now, if I was to compare it to that Cuatro that we had, now that white pepper, it was a pepper like, oh my God, I got white pepper. But then it kind of like just
mellowed out.
Subsided.
Okay.
And it actually like enhanced afterwards. After that pepper bomb, after the shot of pepper, it enhanced the rest of that smoke.
Yeah.
This did not enhance the rest of the smoke.
No, not at all. I'm actually okay. I'm kind of happy with the fact that I only have one.
You made me laugh. I got smoking. So we can say goodbye to that sponsorship.
Oh, I'm sorry, Altadis. Te Amo, not for me. I don't feel the love.
we got other Altadis cigars that we will.
And I've smoked other Altadis branded cigars.
Yeah,
We've smoked other Altadis branded cigars, and I love them.
Yes,
They're great. H. Upman, great brand. I have an H. Upman, the banker, in my humidor right now. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to smoke that motherfucker.
yeah.
This one,
was a 5-pack by me.
yeah, I think
No,
so.
I think that was a day trader. I'm sorry.
Either way,
Whatever.
I'm looking forward to smoking that one.
Right.
This one, not so much. Te Amo is not for me. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. It's not for me.
Te Amo's not for me. Well, I appreciate what they did, but Te Amo will not be a box worthy or a 5-pack in my humidor.
Nope, not at all.
All right. So taking a step back, we legitimize the cigar portion. I talked about Te Amo. And my name is Dice.
And I'm Austin, and great leaders smoke great cigars.
All right. Until next time.
Thank you for listening to Leadership of the Leaf. The comments and opinions expressed by the host and guests does not reflect the opinions of those that broadcast this show, nor does it reflect any of our affiliates.